So we're joined by a very special guest with us today, and it's none other than a Jamaican lacrosse player, Josh McLaughlin. Josh, how are you? How's the family doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great, thanks. Doing great, thanks. It's a pleasure.
Awesome.
It's always a pleasure catching up with you. Thank you for your time. To kick things off, Josh, let's talk a little bit about your background. Is it your mom's side, your dad's side with a Jamaican heritage? Tell us your link to the island.
Yeah, for sure. So my mom's side, all of her and her siblings were born and raised in Jamaica, um, in Spanish Town, actually.
Okay, that sounds good. And in terms of like on the island itself, have you ever like visited Ireland for vacation or anything?
For sure. Yeah. So I've been back to the island about 3 or 4 times now for vacation as well as just to see family down there.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. Sounds great. And in terms of like your sporting background now, growing up, was lacrosse like your first love, or you played other sporting disciplines growing up as well?
Yeah, so lacrosse was definitely my first love. Picked up lacrosse in second grade. So I was about 7 or 8 years old. Just clicking through the channels on TV at 6:30 in the morning. No cartoons were on, and came across lacrosse and asked my dad what this weird sport with sticks were, because it's not a big thing down here in the South. And so eventually he didn't know, so we looked it up later that day and figured out it was lacrosse, and then picked it up slowly after that. And I've been playing ever since. But also played a little bit of football and some cross country running as well.
Okay, that's great. You spoke about football, cross country running, lacrosse. At what point did you say, yeah, I'm just going to focus on lacrosse alone and see where it takes me?
Yeah, so lacrosse was always my number one thing. Picked up football sophomore year of high school, just as something fun, something else to do during the fall. I mean, very competitive guy, so another opportunity to go out there and compete with a bunch of good friends. Couldn't pass up on that. So lacrosse was always my number one priority for sure.
And in terms of, the position on the field, did you experiment where you played on the field, or were you always an attacker or a high, offensive player?
Yeah, so growing up, I always played midfield. So usually one of the quicker guys on the team, so was able to get up and down the field. Did a lot of face-offs, and then once high school came around, transitioned to mostly playing attack. Played midfield on my travel team during the summer, but really that sophomore year of high school, I transitioned to mainly playing attack.
Okay. All right. That sounds great. And, when did you realize, in terms of playing lacrosse that, you have this talent for it and it's something that could take you places, perhaps even representing your country?
Yeah, so I would say around middle school is when I really started to take me playing lacrosse more seriously and saying like, hey, this is something that could open some doors, and something I want to dedicate a lot of my time to. So once I started learning more about the college lacrosse opportunities, and just all the doors and different connections lacrosse can make as a sport, with the community that it has around it, I knew that I really wanted to focus on becoming the best lacrosse player I could be.
Okay. And the first time that, you got a call or an email or a text that Jamaica Lacrosse was interested, tell us a little bit about that story. And did you even know Jamaica had a lacrosse team?
Yeah. So it was back in the World Games in Israel. I watched, I mean, Jamaica Lacrosse was all over my Instagram feed. And that was when the Lacrosse Network had an app too. So I mean, Jamaica Lacrosse was everywhere. And I was like, my mom's Jamaican. How can I play for Jamaica? I always cheer for like Usain Bolt, all the Jamaica teams, the soccer team, growing up. So I knew that, hey, if this is an opportunity that I can have, I want to take that. So DM'd on Instagram, Jamaica Lacrosse, to buy my mama a shirt for Mother's Day, or for her birthday. And then no response, no response. And then finally sent an email to Coach Silcott. And he was like, yeah, we can send me tryout information. And then that was everything got pushed back because of COVID. And then eventually tried out and made the team for U21 World Games in Limerick.
Yeah, it's quite a story. Before we get to that journey in Limerick, tell me about, the World Games in Israel, your thoughts about how Jamaica played, the winning streak that we had, and just how we competed against some of the best teams in the world.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, Jamaica coming out of not really being a big name team, a big name country in the lacrosse world, and just taking the world by storm in the presence that it had, whether that's the performance in the games that it had, or also just, I mean, everybody loves Jamaica. So them performing how they did was great for the country, great for the program, and definitely opened a lot of doors for Jamaican athletes playing lacrosse.
Yeah, quite an amazing story. And as you know, COVID came and the under 19 now U21 games because of COVID, a bit pushback of time and everything. You went to Ireland. For you, did you feel like it gave you more time to prepare, or was it just like I just wish that it happened 2020, you know?
For sure, yeah. No, it's definitely a lot more time to prepare. Was able to put on a good amount of weight and just really perfect my craft going into that next year. So it was that extra year was really where a lot of people either slowed down or doubled down on what they were doing. And so that really separated a lot of the players from other players. And so, yeah, it was a great opportunity to just kind of refine your craft and get out there and play against some of the best players in the nation or in the world.
Yeah, definitely. And the experience you had in Ireland as well, from minute one, Jamaica was all over TV and radio, the opening ceremony, all the guys dancing. Jamaica was just a hot commodity. And then the opening game against Latvia, you creating history, scoring Jamaica's first ever goal and our biggest ever victory. Tell us about the experience in Ireland.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was a experience that, I mean, I never thought going into it was going to be that amazing. Just a team full of people who became great friends. Really, we all instantly connected over training camp before we even got to Limerick, and we were all just a great team, great friends, going out there and just, I mean, as you saw in all the videos, as you mentioned, everybody's just having a good time. And then, yeah, I mean, we just went out there, took care of what we needed to take care of. Nothing much more than that.
Yeah, and in terms of how we did, finishing ninth overall, would you say that you're proud of what we were able to go and accomplish in Ireland?
For sure. Yeah, I definitely think that was a great first step into what Jamaica lacrosse is going to be. A lot of countries, a lot of other teams didn't expect us to even finish in the top 10. And we did that. And there was a lot of opportunity that, hey, maybe this game could have gone this way, or maybe this game could have gone that way. But overall, finishing ninth in the world is a pretty big accomplishment. And I think we're only going to get better from here.
Absolutely. And when you bear in mind San Diego this summer, how much are you looking forward to this experience now playing with the seniors? I'm sure you'd have seen the qualifiers in Colombia online. How much are you looking forward to this new chapter as well of your career?
For sure, yeah, I'm extremely excited to go out to San Diego and play. I think it's going to be a great experience. When we have our team calls, a lot of the guys played on the U21 team, so we all have that connection already, and so we're just going to continue to build that. But I think this summer is going to be a summer where we go out and we show everybody what Jamaica lacrosse is all about, and we're going to shock some teams, we're going to shock the world, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, you mentioned the U21 guys, yourself, Owen, Stone Evans, a couple of others from the U21s even making the senior team squad. Does that, give motivation as well that, we're here and we can compete with the senior guys in the squad?
For sure, definitely. I think everybody who has made the team is going to contribute, no matter who that is. So that's definitely something that's very exciting, and just knowing that these are the top 23 players who are going to represent Jamaica. I mean, we're going to give it everything we can to give Jamaica its best opportunity to win.
Yeah. And finally, Josh, when you look at what's happening with Jamaica lacrosse and the game growing on the island, more high schools picking up the game, and how the women's program is growing, competing at world championships, how proud are you of the game being grown, not only on the island, but also the national team as well, Team Jamaica?
Oh yeah, it's awesome to see. I mean, I follow a bunch of the guys that are playing, and just the progress that you can see through the guys who are practicing, the guys who are going out doing extra running, extra weightlifting, extra everything they can, just to become the best. A couple guys text me, DM me, and just ask, hey, what are the best shooting drills I can do? What are the best drills I can do? And it's like there's such a hunger to be better, that's really going to fuel Jamaica lacrosse and everybody who's playing it, whether they're on the island or here in the States. There's a lot of opportunity, and I'm excited to see what's next.
Yep, that was amazing. Josh, thank you very much for your time. Really, really appreciate it. Keep up the great work. See you in San Diego, and definitely let's go for the top place.
Sure, for sure. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, so basically what I'm gonna send this over to our editor to edit it, and when the final product is out, I'll send you the link so you can watch it and share it with family and friends.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, Josh, have a good day. Take care.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.